Before I give you any of my own content, I would encourage you to watch Jordan Peterson. I really like him. I know he can be controversial to some people, but if you watch his recordings of his lectures when he was teaching at the university, I think you would find him to be very informative. And then the book, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, I think is also very helpful for helping a person understand where they exist in this world, what is the purpose, what's the meaning of it all, to give you some insights into how you can apply that to your own life. Okay, so this is my channel, Spirit Soul Sense, information for your soul. And I don't know, I'm hesitant to talk about, current events. I know it's like, what's the topic of the moment, but if I don't think it's helpful to dwell on it, I just don't do a video on it. But right now, people are having this reckoning with race in America, and they're learning that white and black are not the only ones that exist. And so Asian people, very, very small numbers in the United States, have been here for a long time. I was just watching a clip from Get Out where the Asian American man asks,
Do you find being African American has more advantage or disadvantage in the modern world?
It's a tough one.
What for the plight of the African American person, that you belong, that you don't belong, that you're here, like what is the biggest problem? Because even though Black people are not from this continent, we are seen as endemic to the United States, whereas Asian folks who've been here very long time are not seen as endemic. So all of the anti-Asian, I think I like framing it more as white supremacy, because it trickles down from the racial hierarchy lie that was fed to a lot of people. So Asian hate is really just one piece of the bigger pie, the puzzle. And I am hoping that in this video you have that understanding. It's not the real problem is not police killing Black people. The real problem is not white people or regular Americans attacking Asian people. That's not the real problem. The root of the problem is the lie that white people are better than everyone else. It's a lie. We're all equal. We are all valuable and have something to give and contribute to this world. White people are not better than anyone else. A lot of my videos now are coming from, my son has me watching the Amend documentary on Netflix because his teacher said they couldn't show one of the episodes in class because there was lynching, pictures of people lynched in it. And so when he told me that, I said, okay, I guess, well, now you have to watch it. And so now he's watching it, I'm watching it, and there's just so much information there. But if you look at to have slavery, you have to have this idea that, these Black people that you stole are less than. They're like animals. You have to. Otherwise, how could you do it? How could you kill Black babies if you value life and you say people are important? You can't. This is where the cognitive dissonance comes into play. You can't. You have to make Black people less than so that you can feel superior to. And so that has trickled down to now we're in 2021. But the idea that, when you give children a Black doll and a white doll and they say the white doll is the good one, the Black one is the bad one, it's this programming that has been so continuous, and the media is a big, powerful, sending all the messaging to everyone. Everyone is indoctrinated into this system. And so one of the things I say is that white people are raised in this racist society. And so they're racist until they learn how to not be racist, or if they're raised to be explicitly anti-racist. You're just gonna say and do offensive things without knowing because you're just brought up in this system. I don't take it personal. I understand that is how the whole, and white supremacy is a horrible thing. The whole world is sort of indoctrinated into this belief that white people are better. And so if white people are better, black people are bad, and being around black people is like bad, it's going to affect you, it trickles down to other groups of people as well. And so I try to highlight also, Native American people have the worst statistics out of any racial demographic in the United States, and they were the ones who were obliterated first when settlers came over. Just remember that. This is what our country was founded on. America is still the greatest country in the world, but we have some housekeeping issues to deal with. So if you look at the gentleman, and I don't know his name, the gentleman who went to the spa parlors, massage parlors, and killed all of those Asian people. I also find it problematic that there's this focus on women when men were killed too, because women's lives are not more important. But that's, we're talking about race, but it's hard not to also discuss the intersectionality of what it means to be an Asian woman, an Asian American woman, existing in the world and being fetishized in a way that other groups are not really fetishized. But still, how we focus on different groups, and men were killed. Men were killed, and their lives are just as important as those women's lives. But if you look at the gentleman who killed all those people, I want you to understand there's a lot of things taking place at one time. So there's the lie that white people are better than other people. And then there's this focus on addiction, porn addiction. So addiction means that there's a substance or stimuli that you cannot do without. It's like a compulsion. You cannot help yourself from it. The difference between something like a gambling addiction and a porn addiction is that you are likely not going to sell your children to get the stimuli or substance for gambling or porn. For alcohol, things like cocaine, heroin, because your body has developed a tolerance, so to feel normal, you have to keep using the substance. That's when you're likely to sell your child to get some of the substance so that you can stop feeling like you're dying, or stop feeling like you're in such terrible pain. So when people say porn addiction, it's like, it's kind of, yes, it's a compulsion, but like, it's like a full-blown addiction where you'll sell your child. No, people are not selling their child to get access to porn. But I wonder if it's the chicken or the egg. Does porn addiction come as a result of not finding meaning in your life? Or does porn addiction sort of deplete you in a way as a man that leads you to not being able to see meaning in life? And maybe there's some sort of interaction between the two. I don't know, but I know that they're all working together. So if I am a if I am a poor white man in America, America has fed me this lie that I am the most important. And I can't say that, I'm not consciously aware of that. But the programming that I see with, all my presidents have been white men, all my teachers have been white men or women, or all my doctors, the programming has been white men are the most important. That's the programming. It's not true. It's a lie. But I believe that lie. And so if I am not an affluent white man, what if I'm poor and I've been struggling and I've been assaulted, maybe sexually. I've been taken advantage of. I've been lied to. I've been used and abused. This is what's happened to me. But America has fed me the lie that I am supposed to be on top. And I keep watching porn. And all these men have all these beautiful women that I can't get. And I swirl into this darkness of porn where it gets more and more oppressive. I don't know if you've ever been on the dark webs of the porn. There's some really dark, sad stuff in porn that people can get to. And it messes with your mind. It will mess with your psyche. And so if you are viewing these women be oppressed, and you're indoctrinated into that too, when you think you should be the most important and you have no meaning, You have no identity outside of yourself other than I should be rich. I should have whatever woman I want when no woman wants you because you have nothing. What do you do? What do you do? What would you do if that was your life and you've been fed the lie? So it's not surprising to me that this gentleman decided that this is where he was going to take out all his anger. If you have no meaning, if there's no purpose to any of this, then you spiral into nihilism. And if there's no purpose, then just destroy it all. Destroy it all and yourself in the process. I'm sure after he killed however many people he had on his list, he was going to kill himself. He was going to kill himself. That's what happens. And this, I also tell people, mass shootings in America happen almost every day. Almost every day. Go and do the research yourself to see how often, what is defined as a mass shooting? I think it's 3 or 4 people that die at a time. Almost every day in America happens, but only certain ones are raised to the prominence of this story because something specific about it. Usually if it has kids in it, if it has some kind of sexual deviance in it, if it reaches a threshold of like 8 or 12 people, it will dominate your news cycle. But it happens almost every day. This is what I'm talking about, the programming, right? Only specific things you're getting exposed to because the powers that be have decided, how do we best control the masses? And how do we best control ratings and all of that stuff? And so I don't take on the mantle of I have to fix the world and I have to figure out a way to reduce porn anxiety or help people find meaning in life. That is your individual responsibility to do. As a spiritual being, you are on your own process, on your own journey to evolve, to become a better person. But in my little slice of YouTube, I can share this video and hope that it comes across someone who will look up Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson is very existential. He will help you find meaning in life. Why are you here? What gifts do you have to give the world? And then if you read Viktor Frankl's The Man's Search for Meaning, you will, if you're ready for that book, you will end the book with this sense of, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. There must be a reason I'm here. And I'm going to find out. Because what's not going to happen is we're not ever going to go back to what was 100 years ago, 500 years ago with the way the U.S. was. At some point, everyone on earth, I really believe this, at some point, every one of us are going to be evolved. Not me, I'm not going to be here, my soul. We're going to be elevated, heightened beings of elevated consciousness. We're going to be in nirvana. I really believe that. We are going to continue progressing. It's really unfortunate that all of this happened. To all of those Asian folks, my recommendation is love on the people in your circle. Love on people in general. If you understand what your purpose is here in the world, continue to share your gifts with other people. The way we elevate the consciousness of the world is by doing our own work to elevate our consciousness. Because as I elevate my consciousness, the elevation of the world increases. That's how it is, one person at a time. And you don't have to worry and focus on all of the other people and all of the racist white people. They're like a minority now. They're like a small percentage, but they're loud. Oh my God, and they have so much destructive power. That's true. And shout out to all the activists out there who are like out there in the streets. That's not my work. But I thank you for doing it. But really, what I want you to do is focus on you, spend less time watching the news, and more time on being a better person and creating wealth. Let's get some assets. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, share this video, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.